Hey guys, so I am back with a new video and possibly my last video online because this information made me so scared because I have gone through something that I will cover it. I never cover personal information, but this is so important that you can very well consider it to be my last video. Not only last, I am pulling away from all things electronics because things started happening to me right now. You will be blown away, guys. If you want to take one information from everything that I have done, stay the F away from electronics, which is extremely dangerous. I will cover it. It is so important. It took me 2 3 videos to make, and I was so sad, so disappointed, so demoralized that it took me a while to make it. This video will be kind of long, but I promise you it will make it worth your time. I can guarantee you that you may not have heard this information because I have gone through it personally. So I know the 100% risk of it. You may not realize it exactly like how 99% of humans took the vaccine and we thought, are these people crazy? They don't know the effect. Exactly, I am telling you, from vaccine, what I am going to share you is 100 times even more powerful than vaccines. Vaccines just kill you. This thing change your evolution, change your destiny, change where you are going to be enslaved in your next 10 100 lifetime, guys. Extremely dangerous. We know 5G is danger, but we were all fooled. We were distracted, guys. 5G is nothing, I promise you. When Joe Rogan, the shill Jew, started talking about 5G dangers, I knew something is missing. When Andrew Tate started talking about 5G, we knew something is missing because all they wanted was a distraction. Yes, 5G causes headache, 5G causes nausea, etc. We all know the side effect of 5G, but it is not the core, guys. That is not what aliens are trying to do with you. Do you have any idea what they want to do with you? Not headache, guys. Come on. If an aliens are involved, it will not be mere headache or cause discomfort. That is for the Illuminati and Rothschild to financially constrain you and give you sadness and misery. But that's not the job of aliens, guys. When aliens are involved, know that it is on a cosmic civilizational level. So 5G is dangerous so much that when I used to travel, I used to carry 5 meter long Ethernet cable because I hated Wi-Fi like anything. But then some things happened to me which I will cover it because this is more likely my last video. I am slowly pulling away from the laptop. I'm sorry guys, I will not be able to reply to the message or emails because I myself want to pull away. But I know Satan is not stupid, so he has his claws all over us. So I will use it very less, like once in a month. Then slowly I want to completely detach myself, which is not possible because of my work, etc. But still, I am trying to completely pull away from internet and mobile and laptop, guys. Extremely dangerous. I am not kidding, guys. You need to stay the F away from this electronics, guys, because aliens are involved. Extreme danger. I can tell you. It was not about 5G, guys. It was about transistors. The beginning itself is the most dangerous. Yes, transistor is the core of electronic civilization, right? It doesn't matter if you own Samsung or Apple or Android or Mac. Everything you use Google or DuckDuckGo. There are a million website and a million apps. Those are our just layers to make sure you revolve around what transistor does, guys. It already has a sign for us to be suspicious. Trans, right? Where have we heard about this? Yes, transhumanism, the future or the world's most dangerous idea. It literally has transistors as trans in it. Which other part of a laptop computer has? None. And it is the beginning. I am so shocked. It took me a while, guys. This is the most important video I have made. I have made very informative video with regards to our health, right? But it comes at a cost, guys. You are pawning your future with no return on principal, just living on interest at this present time. No making deal with the demon. This is completely on an another level, guys. I'm sorry, I'm telling you, I will come to the main point, but just give me few more space to talk about myself because I'm never coming online and making another video, guys. This is it for me because this is super scary. I'm blown away because ever since when I was 21, 22 years old, I started working online, and what I knew was back then called freelancing, right? Then came independent contractor. Then came during COVID time, work from home. Now what we are called is digital nomad. So you see for the past 25 to 30 years, when Google started back in 1998, as soon as I graduated, I have been working from home only. So digital nomad is everything that you do online is extreme danger, guys. So I have been very close to it. And what you know, even in the dating world, this is what insane and what's scary for me personally that I want to share with you. I never share personal life because it is not useless, like it is useless for you. But in this context, it becomes extremely important, guys. This will be a long video, but this is my last video, guys. And I want to give you something extremely important. And we were all gigantically fooled, guys. What can I tell you? Transhumanism literally is not vaccine, guys. It is, but it is designed to kill you. Transhumanism is literally when you are alive, the most of the programming happens painless. The keyword is painless. Anti anxiety, you shouldn't know it and you will change it. So, the biggest thing that I found right now, the darkest place on earth finally controlled by aliens is Netherlands, guys. Even in Netherlands, there is a place called Eindhoven. I will cover it at the end of the video. But what are the odds? The reason I am making it and I am completely stopping myself and moving away from internet is I am not much into dating, guys. I am single and never married. But when I was in Thailand, like I met a girl and we started dating and like kind of started living together. And what do you know? She was from Eindhoven, guys. And I started noticing a presence in her that was off planet. And I'm very good at detecting demonic and ghostly influence. That same effect 6 years after we parted ways, etc., a long time back, the same power started coming out from the internet, this laptop, guys, that I am using. So it has completely captured my entire brain, guys. Brainwave is completely copied inside my laptop. I will come to it how this happens. So we have all the scientific proof, but I I'm still like going insane in thinking that the one time I decided to date was a girl from Eindhoven, the most dangerous place on planet Earth. And she carried this darkness inside her that I'm so scared that I never wanted to do anything with this darkness again. And it started coming again through my laptop. And I will tell you how this is all playing out. I already made a video on how Dutch control all Amazon smartphone, right? And then even if you are not related to Dutch, and you are not living in Dutch, if you have taken any form of vaccine like polio or tetanus, forget about COVID. It comes from the baby cell line from a aborted fetus found in Netherlands, guys. So all the fetal baby cell in vaccine is from the Netherlands. So you are a subject of the Dutch Empire, but that was not it, guys. It goes on and on and on. The number one company on planet Earth which makes transistors, semiconductors, right? CPUs, this is the only company helped by the aliens. Like not even United States and Japan could do it, nor Germany. Do you know this is like the largest company in Europe and the one company that makes lithography machine which is used by TSMC to make chips where it is located, right? Near Eindhoven, guys, like it is Veldhoven. Veldhoven is just part of Eindhoven. You see, Netherlands just southwest of Eindhoven. It's just a municipality in Eindhoven city. So this ASML corporate headquarters is in Veldhoven, just outside the city of Eindhoven. What the F, guys? What are the odds for this thing to happen? The most number one company on planet Earth which creates everything that you are holding right now has a its origin in Eindhoven. So the reason I am telling you is extremely be careful around mobile phone and laptop. Extremely. I cannot stress this enough how dangerous these aliens are, guys. How incredibly dangerous these people are and their minion. So transistors were developed by Regalian aliens, guys. But I knew this information decades, but I couldn't connect the dots. It's only now when it started playing on me that I realized, oh, what the F? It's so dangerous, guys. I'm telling you, once you watch this video, you will understand. As with the tomato, everyone on planet Earth uses tomato, right? As we found out, the color of tomato was not red. They introduced trans-lycopene carotenoid, guys, and this does nothing. So there is an isomeric change. So aliens, when they give you something like from hundreds of years ago, the transhumanism agenda started. Do you feel any pain when you take trans? Nothing. So transhumanism doesn't involve any pain, guys. It is painless completely, and you still transform. Very critical information to note. So when 5G gives you visible pain, then it is not alien agenda. It is not transhumanism. So this trans lycopene, out of all the carotenoids, lycopene is the most powerful, but they made sure if they give you, they have to invert it. So the real one, when they saw your blood, when you do the blood testing and your tissue, the highest is cis lycopene, guys. So nature created is this. See the isomeric change. So this what I am telling you, I wanted to create separate video, but really this thing information scared me. Is because out of all the carotenoids, this is the most powerful, like 10 to 20 times more powerful than carrot ones, etc. This lycopene will cure your kidney, liver, especially all your heart-related problem because it activates enos, guys, endothelial nitric oxide synthase in your blood vessels, like blood linings, your like veins, and It creates nitric oxide, which heals all parts of your body, which is why they changed it, because the original tomato on planet Earth was yellow, guys. This was full of cis lycopene. So these aliens changed it to red and made it trans lycopene. There is some amount still left in red, but that is minuscule. That is not life changing, guys. So now you know the origin and trans play, exactly how this is being played all around us, guys. It doesn't matter, guys, if you want Vivo, Oppo, Samsung. No, that is just an outer layer. If you prefer Google or DuckDuckGo, or you prefer conspiracy articles, that are all meaningless, guys. This is the most core thing, and it creates an frequency. That is what is made me completely stop using it. So we know the history of transistors, as they tell you, from vacuum tubes to how it was created in Bell Labs by John Bardeen, Walter Brayton, and William Stockley, right? And it is a like diode on and off switch. But that is the mainstream history, guys. The real is what you can read from this Preston Nichols and Peter Moon book, Montag Revisited Adventures in Synchronicity. So here he goes on to say they didn't give, aliens didn't interfere with, well, they gave, but not in this way, about two-stroke engine or about nails. Or you see, small things. They were specifically interested in humans using electronic transistors. Why, guys? Why did they give this technology? Alien treaties. I made a very. This is Preston Nichols. He was one of the smartest guy on planet Earth, not just America, guys. Who aliens hired for Montauk project because of his intelligence. I made a very interesting discovery in 1992 that broke ground for me in understanding how the electronic transistors were developed. This is one other story you won't find in the typical history of science textbook, because I am taking some quotes from the book. You can read this book. It is available online. I believe that aliens contact was made in 1946 because of the document which you will see in chapter 16, entitled The Surface Barrier Transistors. Notice that it uses the term crystal balls in 1946. They were subsequently called semiconductor triodes. Finally, in 1948, the device became known as transistors. This is where my discovery about the transistors begins. Legend behind the transistor. The history of the transistor begins with a corporation known as the ET Company. It was a fully legal and valid corporation and came into being in the 1950s. Anatoly had shown, this is the one guy who worked in ET. Not this is Electronic Transistor Company, but the original name literally was Extraterrestrial Company. Anatoly had shown on a stack of Bible that in 1952-53, Philco had acquired a government contract from the Navy to set up a special area in the back of Philco lab. There was extremely high security in this area. Tall, thin man dressed in black trench coat were observed to enter the secure area. They also wore odd hats that draped around their faces, leaving holes for two eyes, but little else. Annapolis saw to Clark that when they took off their coats and hats, they were actually 5 foot grays. These aliens thought the personnel to produce a crystal amplifier that became known as surface barrier transistors. You can read the whole book, guys. It goes on to the deeper details on why were aliens interested in giving an harmless transistors, right? It doesn't do anything. It is not a knife. It is not a poison, right? It is a harmless, simple architecture which actually helps humanity, is what the ministry will tell you. Because the problem is we don't know 90% of what actually the whole picture of transistors, guys. We are only seeing the one aspect of transistor properties, but aliens know the entire game, guys. So aliens didn't give VTech engine of Honda. Why were aliens giving surface barrier transistors? So these guys, I didn't want to see the new movie Disclosure. Same thing. They are playing the victim card, guys. In the Disclosure, ET, all the shit propaganda that comes out makes the gray aliens as victims of human torture. Like humans were killing these little grays who have a million years ahead of us technology. But somehow, when they see sheeple, aka humans, who took vaccine in no time, these guys shit their pants and they start making deals. How ridiculous it sounds, guys. The United States president, who is supposedly the most powerful, comes 10 layers lower, guys. These guys control the planet, but now they are coming slowly as the victims of human torture. Do not trust anyone. They look like babies, right? Small kids. Extremely dangerous. Now I know how dangerously evil these people are. Be very, very careful. Do not show any sympathy. As soon as you see them, kill them. I'm sorry, I do not promote violence, but do not trust these aliens. They are playing the victim card that we know one elite group also plays because they taught them our weakness, right? They invoke our empathy towards them. Do not show it. Terminate these people. Because do you have any idea what actually transistor does? Here, guys, low power electrical fields produce evolutionary change. What the F? This one sentence is what made me completely stop making not only videos but stay away from laptop. You already know laptop consumes very low power, right? 1 volt is what CPU takes, but do you know what this 1 volt does? Because we were fooled inversion, right? 5G, 6G, 7G, 10G, the more G's, the dangerous it becomes. No, guys, that is how we are fooled because we are looking for the next power high. The greater the power, they have programmed us this way. The more powerful, the more horsepower. Suzuki Hayabusa, right? The bigger the TV, everything that is bigger and better and produces more horsepower is like the best. Like China, high speed railway, 300 kilometer, 400 kilometer, 5. No, guys, your body, the nature doesn't work that way. Low power electrical field produce evolutionary change, and this article will blow you away. It was written in 1987 by L.B. Hensworth. I'm not making it up, guys. Already there is an article because I started like feeling that some changes are already occurring in me. Even I spend a lot of time, as I said. I started working and then after work I start doing research. So 16 to 15 hours I spend online. So all my thoughts are now being transferred already through laptop. It is so dangerous. So here he goes exactly what I felt. The influence of naturally occurring Schumann resonance signal on brave wave pattern evolution is formally stated to show that low power electrical fields could produce evolutionary change. Now you see why aliens are involved because transistor changes civilization, guys. Not in the sense that you think that banking has become easier, you can become hotels and flight. No, guys, evolutionary change, transhumanism. You will not be human at all. You will be something else, a more darker being down the line. The electrical fields produced by modern electro technology are then considered briefly as possible source of evolutionary change. Your Hayabusa, Chinese high-speed railways, Japanese Shinkansen, Tesla, SpaceX has too much power. So 99% of us were made to look that way. But it is not the high power, guys. It is the low power which brings evolutionary change. As Dan Winter said, your soul, your consciousness is you seeking low power, low voltage area, guys. So when you are sitting in front of laptop or browsing mobile, your consciousness automatically gets attached to the low power transistor which is running in 1 volt, 0.8 volt, right? So CPU only consumes 1 volt, guys. What the hell? Because that 1 volt generates 10 hertz, extremely low frequency. The characteristics of some forms which might results are considered and some of the factors that might inhibit survival of existing forms. So he goes on to tell how dangerous it is, and the mainstream science, as we know, back in 1987 also did not consider it. The final conclusion is that modern technology will change human evolution. That's it, guys. Shut down your laptop. And only extensive investigation of the naturally occurring signals will give any lead to show what results might occur. Brain wave pattern, because they are so beyond, guys. Do you know what happens when you play around with laptop? You know, transistors does on and off, right? AND gate, NAND gate, NOR gate, OR gate. So when it does on and off, which binary it is using, right? 101010. So the your average brainwave pattern itself is 10 hertz, guys. So when you work around laptop, that ELF frequency is being mirrored into your brain. Your life becomes on off, OTP, password. Like it gives 10 choices, 20 choices. You keep selecting choices. So many gates, so many hoops you have to pass through. So exactly your evolution and your growth and your brainwave patterns copies that on and off switch. Here he proves it that analysis of factors that might affect the evolution or development of human brain frequency spectrum showed that naturally occurring extra low frequency electromagnetic fields were the only physical quantities that could have been responsible for that spectrum. As you can see here, in particular, the alpha rhythm frequency has so developed that it is impossible for it to suffer any extensive interference, form, or confusion with naturally occurring scheme. The human biological system is sensitive to the existence of extra low frequency electromagnetic form. Not 5G, guys, the frequency emitted by your transistors. We were fooled. He already found out back in 1987, guys, 40 years ago, 30 years ago. You see, he proves it, but no, since he is not a Jew or a mainstream, nobody cares, right? Factors determining frequencies of brainwave signals, so it is interfering with your alpha brain. Extremely dangerous. The evolutionary change in the operational mode of the human central nervous system could cause drastic changes in human characteristics. In the human system, is sensitive to electromagnetic fields at extra low frequency, not 5G. Other species could also go evolutionary change as a result of exposure to unnatural oscillatory electromagnetic fields. Present day electromagnetic fields, modern electrotechnology subject the whole world to artificially generated electromagnetic fields at frequencies from the lowest brainwave rhythm values up to the microwave spectrum. You can go through this article is incredibly important. So he goes on to say what will be the new human, a drop in intelligence of the surviving species, a rise in intelligence which seems rather improbable, the development of psychopathic species. This is what we are seeing, right? The development of species, the faculty of telepath or unusual mental abilities, the development of species. So he's giving choices, and we know some telepathic genius and some moronic. So 99% will be the later one. So I read through his article. So this is what, like he says, when we combine both the Montag and this article, human brainwave frequency, especially the alpha rhythm, may have evolved in relation to naturally occurring Schumann ELF. So he says that Earth has a Schumann, right, 7.8, and second is 14.1. So the average comes to 10.5, guys. Again, 10 binary. So this laptop itself is releasing this binary slow wave frequencies. Ainsworth argues that alpha rhythm sitting around the natural minimum power region is too elegant to dismiss easily. He compares it to designing a communication control system so its key signal avoids interference. Natural ELF background brain rhythm adapts around it. Ionospheric geomagnetic disturbance changes ELF pattern. Brain heat stress system may be affected. Modern technology adds artificial ELF components, possibly evolutionary pressure. He specifically says abnormal Schumann patterns could produce stress-like symptoms, irritability, absent-mindedness, and accident rate increases. The most dramatic line in his paper is the warning that modern technology has increased extremely low frequency electromagnetic pollution, and that much of the world is exposed to signal containing a component around 10 hertz. What are the odds, guys? If alpha rhythm evolved around the absence of natural signals at that frequency, then continued exposure could have unexpected effects. His second article goes further. It claims low power electrical field could produce evolutionary change, and that modern electro technology may change human evolution. So this is what we were completely inverted, guys. It is not 5G, guys. It is the low electrical pulse that is causing changes in BA10. Your most again 10, guys. Binary Broadman area 10. This is the most powerful region in the brain, which like differentiates us then from the rest of the species. During human evolution, the function in this area resulted in its expansive related to rest of the brain. This is where the entire executive decision takes place, guys. The volume of UABN10 is 14 centimeter cube. You can see for bonobos it is 2.8 centimeter. It is the center of human decision making, guys. I have one article, one sentence to show you how it is related to evolution itself. It has been proposed that due to this connectivity that it can play a major role in the highest level of integration of information coming from visual, auditory, somatic, sensory system to achieve a model, abstract, conceptual interpretation of the environment. So this is the most important area in your brain, which is directly linked to human evolution, guys. Katrina Semenderi and colleagues have suggested that during humanoid evolution, area 10 underwent a couple of changes. One involves a considerable increase in overall size, the other involves a specific increase in connectivity, especially with higher order association areas, aka ascension, guys. So all these electronics are designed to stop our ascension. The dominant brainwave rhythm known as alpha rhythm has an average signal frequency of 10.5. So these hertz, slow, lower hertz that your mobile phone is generating, what I have noticed in 30 years and what I have seen in Eindhoven, guys, is a darkness, a dark cloud which is non-human and it is come from some other planet. So you are slowly turning into an on and off switch, like your growth will be completely stopped. I have reached a point that my laptop already starts inversing whatever I am doing, guys. It has completely stopped. Like my growth has physically stopped. I'm not able to like do anything except like make ideas and plan it out, but it doesn't get converted into matter, guys. So I realized something is wrong, and then slowly this laptop itself started generating that darkness, guys. I know it sounds insane, because I had this experience, guys. That is what is insane, and I know you will not believe it. That is the craziest part because this goes beyond. Even Dan Winter says your consciousness looks for low power voltage, guys, to rest on. So your laptop gives you that resting place. It is the least voltage area, 1 volt. You are always hyperactive, hyper agitated. So that your consciousness tries to shift to a lower power zone and it finds a resting place in a CPU, and then it start making decisions. So these pulses in CPU becomes a part of you, guys. Entrainment. You start copying it. Your brain start copying it without knowing that you are doing it, because when you start growing from 1 to 18 years, your growth itself has no pain. Like when your hair grows, do you feel pain? So evolution is always painless, guys. That is the main thing you should remember. Because 5G gives you pain, visible pain and stress. So we were made to think that 5G is dangerous. Yes, it is dangerous, but it doesn't change evolution wise, guys. So my suggestion, like I am completely detaching as much as I can. So please do not be like a sovereign citizen. Don't go mad. Like I will completely switch off. This will not serve you. We need to slowly move away from laptop and mobile. Satan is not stupid, guys. His claws are completely inside us. So we have to be careful, slowly make a decision to make sure that you stay away from this device. Without you knowing, you will reach a place on earth that you don't want to be, guys. So as I said, the reason I am making and I am staying away from all things electronics is because I had personal experience with Eindhoven, guy. Who cares about Eindhoven, guys? There are 1,000 million cities which are more population and more power. Apparently aliens do. And what are the odds that I don't even date, guys? I think some power wanted to show me this. She was completely positive. I'm not telling that the girl was bad, because she herself acknowledged that it is the first time in her life that somebody actually figured out what was wrong with her. So we both tried to like remove this force inside of hers. I will not call demon because it was demon plus plus. There was some darkness that is not of planet Earth, guys. I know we have dealt with ghosts and demons of earthly origin, and I am very sensitive and I can detect it. So when we started moving to a condo in Thailand, I thought that it is because of the Thai demon or ghost. But slowly I started to realize maybe it is coming from this girl itself, not from Thailand or condo. And that 2 months were the worst. Like I cannot tell you how dark something that aliens have put, and that thing they are spreading all over the world through ASML, guys. Because ASML is the only supplier of electro extreme lithography machine nowadays. Earlier it was Canon, etc. But now it is the only one, and they are completely being aided by aliens, guys. And it is a Dutch, and your baby fetal cell is a Dutch. What is the odds that his headquarters are in Eindhoven? It is Veldhoven, but it is near Eindhoven, guys. It is part of Eindhoven. Like, they are just 2 kilometers from each other. And out of all the girls in the world I could have met, the first girl I decided to meet was from Eindhoven. And she was completely possessed by this darkness. I know I'm not putting her down again, guys. I'm just saying my experience. That is why, if you didn't have this experience of Eindhoven and ASMR, you will never even feel it. So, because it is when you shift from one dimension to the darker or lighter dimension, it is painless, guys. So you will try to resist what I am saying by saying that yes, always what I tell, I am just sitting in front of, nothing happens to me. It is only when I interact with people and go out and be in a polluted environment I feel. So then it is fine. When you feel the pain, etc., the evolution is not going to change or get stopped. It is the painless change that is the most dangerous one, guys. Because the ultra low frequency is what changes the evolution. So every human, like 80 to 90% humans have mobile phone. And slowly our brain rhythm, our alpha rhythm, where we make the majority of the decision, is becoming on off gates, guys. And it is been transferred without you knowing to the CPU. And you will not even know when it start blocking all your growth, like it had started happening to me. All my growth, everything has stopped. Whatever I do online, it is getting blocked, guys. Insanity. Whatever I do now, everything is getting blocked. All the decisions are getting blocked. And that is exactly like how a transistor is like checking the gates: allow, not allow, block, allow, not allow, block, on, off, off. So my brain signals are getting routed through a transistor now, because the frequencies are getting matched 10 hertz, 10 hertz. So it's very important that we don't wait for transhumanistic agenda in 2030. It is happening right now, guys. So yeah, guys, this is the last video. And what, if you are aware of Philips, most of Indians are aware, right? So if you think I'm just making it up, the number one company back in the 80s and 70s, right, was Philips, guys. Every Indian knows it. Philips was bigger than Apple, Samsung back in the day. Google is right now new, but Apple and Samsung, and these are child. Philips was the number one company, and its headquarters are in Eindhoven, guys. What are the odds? Aliens, guys. There is a demonic energy, demonic, like something not from this planet. I am 100% sure that they have kept in Eindhoven. And some people in Eindhoven are in touch, but they just don't know what they are possessing, and they are carrying it around the world. So even if you think what are the odds that I will make a story about Eindhoven, guys, I should say about Amsterdam, right? The largest city, or Hague, or Rotterdam, the top three cities. Who cares about? I never even heard about Eindhoven till I met that girl. So you see, so I'm not, we are in good touch, but I just don't have the solution. She has improved now a lot, but still I'm scared to go anywhere near Amsterdam. Yes, guys, I'm not that when I know I'm brave with regards to demons, etc., but not with what this alien force is they have kept in Eindhoven, guys, which is also coming through lithography machines and your laptop. So yeah, guys, I know how this will sound again and again, but this is my last video. I don't want. I'm pulling away. Yes, internet gives you lot of good information. I got 80 to 90% of my knowledge, but at what cost, guys? I was just pawning my future for present day information. That is all that there is. Your future is being sacrificed for the present day information. If you are watching YouTube videos for information, you are pawning your principle away, guys. You will never get your principle. The reality is change and it takes over. Evolution is number one, guys. Health is good, but it doesn't overtake evolution itself. So aliens are not stupid, guys. They have made sure to attack the end point, evolution itself, civilization itself. So the information is good for us, but that also fleets away after some time, right? So yeah, guys, I'm sorry for the long video and I will not be able to reply because I'm shutting down my laptop for some time now. It is extremely painful for me, but I would suggest you to stay F away from electronics. But I don't think I've been able to. I hope I was able to convey this message of darkness that aliens are spreading all over the world for transhumanism better. But since you have not experienced that demon that is in Eindhoven, which is the headquarter of ASML, the world's number one semiconductor manufacturing machine company, you will not feel the urgency, the scariness that I am telling you through. So I really hope you take heed to my this video and take precautions. Yeah, guys, thanks.